But mostly just talking, because like I went to a networking event on Thursday and like was just yapping, and like, you know, there's lots of people in the room, so I was like just talking louder than I should have. And then obviously did the same thing Friday and Saturday.
Were you in Chicago on Thursday already, or you weren't?
Yeah, I went on Wednesday night.
So then
And
you had a networking event in Chicago?
Yeah. It was like so coincidental. It was like perfect timing. One of the people like in my networking group like posted about it. I was like, oh, well, I'm coming. And it just like happened to work out.
Like literally me and Devin would never like you just see a post like
I know there should be a movie of like a Freaky Friday, but an introvert and an extrovert trade places. And then I bet it would make the introvert so much more confident because
Devin, you should write that book. That should be a book. That's your book idea.
I need a ghostwriter.
No, you don't. You can write.
I don't think I can write. People will be
yes,
like,
you can.
She's stupid.
Ugh, that would be so annoying. Like, as a writer, like, imagine being Colleen Hoover and just everyone being like, you're a trash writer.
Yeah.
But then you have to just be like, I'm literally in all the New York Times bestselling and you're not. So fuck you.
Yeah. But like the introvert and extrovert would get like a new outlook on life because they'd realize like, you know, extroverts maybe would get more empathy for being an introvert, and introverts would get more confidence because they're like, oh, hey, I can actually do this.
I love this idea. I would like if I was in Brittany's body, I would like just automatically be more confident because I know other people would expect her to be that way, probably. Yeah. So then I would just act more.
But I would want it to be like trading places in a way that I also acquired Brittany's extrovertedness.
Yeah.
Not that I would be, you know, my brain just in Brittany's body.
Yeah.
So then you could like learn, like, I want to know what it's like to be an extrovert, you know?
That would be so crazy. Like, how cool.
I wonder though, like, I think that me going into like a room full of new people and not knowing a single person is less to do with being an extrovert and more to do with like my like outgoingness, which I don't think like similar to like being quiet and being introvert. Those are not two like those are not like two things that are together. Like you can be quiet and you can be an introvert. It's I think similar to like I'm an extrovert and I'm also outgoing. And so like those two things propel me into like being able to put myself in those situations.
But most extroverts are outgoing. Most extroverts, because extroverts, the way that your brain works, you get rewarded for socializing. So it tells you, I like this, I enjoy it, I'm good at it. Whereas introverts, like I get so overstimulated in a big environment. And so I don't get rewarded for socializing. So I don't want to do it. I don't want to get better at it.
And you don't get the rewards because then after you're having the thoughts of like, oh, did I do something wrong or say something wrong? So you don't leave the situation being like, oh, that was so much fun. Like I killed that social interaction.
Yeah. And you don't get the dopamine hits. You get drained. And like, so it's a very different, like the way your brain is rewarding you or whatever. So I just want to know what it would be like to, I don't know.
For me, it's also like being sober.
Obviously, if I traded places with you, I'd also be outgoing, you know, like I want the whole package.
Yeah. I want it all.
But it ended up being really good because this the person who hosted it was like another manager, like another agency owner. And so she had like some really good advice, and she had really awesome people like on the panel speaking about like influencer marketing.
Wow, there was a panel?
Yeah, I was like, so there's like networking like 30 minutes before, and then the panel, and then like more networking afterwards.
They used to do events like that at my old work because I worked at a
digital marketing.
Yeah, but our marketing office was in a co-working place.
Yeah.
So they would have those. And my boss, because he wanted us all to be extroverts, would like force us to go to those things. Yeah. And I think before or after the panel, everyone had to go around and introduce themselves. And I was like,
say a fun fact.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I'm an influencer.
My biggest pet peeve with like networking events is name tags that don't stay on. I'm just like fucking with this name tag and it's just like falling off and like sticking to other
love
things.
A name tag.
But I want there has to be a better way to do name tags than a fucking sticker that falls
Probably
off.
A pin. Like, why don't
I think a pin. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it would be like. Something that clips to you would be way better because like it's so much easier to like remember people's names when you visually see it. Mm-hmm. And then you can also put like where like what you're doing or like where you're from or something or like what industry you're part of. I don't know.
I need to let my cat in, otherwise she's going to be scratching at the door for an hour and a half.
Cameron had a work event on Friday and we all had name tags, and we were all joking like, let's just put it like on our foreheads as we walk around, because they were like not sticking either. But then they also like on Cameron's it says like years of service, 5 years, and
cool.
The girlfriends and wives were joking like we should have our years of service to them on the name tag.
100%. Was it fun?
Yeah, it was really fun. They do such good events. Like every time, it's the last like 3 years has been at the casino. So there's like a private room that they have, and they have like open bar, bunch of different. They have like food stations. So they have like a taco station, and there was this like beef on mashed potatoes. It was so good. I ate like 3 of them.
Was it like a end of year, like end of fiscal year party thing, or?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's like once a year. Last year it was at the end of September, so I don't know like exactly the time frame of it. But it's pretty fun because I just like know a lot of people that he works with now. And it was fun to like go as a wife and like be introduced as his wife.
Yeah, my wife.
Crazy.
It's so crazy. Like when people say like, do you feel different? The only difference is I feel like 40 years old.
Yeah, you know?
Really?
Like, older. Yeah.
It's like, so funny. Now I feel like an adult. This is what I needed.
Yeah, no, literally. Okay, should we do the intro, and then I want to hear about the rest of your weekend though?
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back to another episode of So Glad We're Friends. I'm Maggie.
I'm Devon.
I'm Brittany.
Enthusiastic. Okay. You know, I don't put the music after the intro.
There's anymore. Just no music ever?
In the very beginning, music plays.
Oh, the beginning, yeah. Okay.
My how many fucking episodes have you edited? And we're like sitting here like pretending
that out.
But imagine if you left it all in, and it's just like us sitting here like.
Maybe I will this time.
I wish we could play it live. Like in some podcasts, they like literally play it out loud, so that they're dancing.
Wait, that's so funny.
That's really funny. Okay, who wants to go first?
What?
Who wants to go first about their weekends? We also are talking today about productivity and our life goals and everything, but first, I feel like we had eventful weekends.
I didn't. I got a facial on Friday, but that's it.
Oh yeah, how's your face feeling? You got a peel?
Yeah, she did extractions and dermablading.
Dermablading?
Nice.
With getting the hair off.
Yeah. It looks good.
And then did a chemical peel?
Yeah.
Has your face started peeling yet?
It just flakes a little bit. I don't know. I'm going to ask her next time if she can like do more, like really soak my face in the peel.
Yeah. That's terrifying.
Do you use like a blowy thingy that like goes over your face?
A fan. Like that?
Yeah. I don't know. Like I've been to places just that have like an intense like it's almost like a vacuum's like blasting on your face.
Oh. No, she like clips a fan
to dry it, or what is the purpose?
No, because it burns. It like literally burns. So like having this like intense fan thing.
It doesn't.
Do they not numb it?
Like it doesn't really burn me at all.
The ones. Okay, then you can definitely do. No, you can definitely increase the intensity then, because the ones I've gotten like fucking hurt so bad. You're like, you want to move the thing around your face the entire time. Like you can't live without it.
Well, when I first got a peel, my mom's friend did it, and she did the whole thing. Like she did like 5 layers or whatever, and it just barely started burning the last one. I just think I'm very tough.
Tough skin.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've done so many different like face treatments that I'm just like, it's gonna fucking hurt.
You have like 2 layers of skin left.
But it's like I'm just like used to the pain of it. I'm like, this is gonna hurt for like, a day, maybe 2 days, and then it'll be fine.
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Why don't they numb it?
I don't know if it would work if you numbed for a chemical peel.
Oh.
Peels don't hurt. Brittany's just a baby.
It's also it takes like 30 to 45 minutes to do numbing properly. Like if you really want to feel numb
early.
So it would I think that would be way too much for like a chemical peel process. They save the numbing for like more intense things.
Because peels take like 10 minutes to put it on your face and they're done. Then it's up to you to do the rest.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
But I think I'm gonna do that treatment once a month, like the extractions and the peel, and see how that does. She was picking my face so hard, like I was like, oh, I didn't know I had so many things that needed to be extracted. I wish I could have watched.
You should put like your camera up next time. I want to see that. Does that hurt?
Bring a tripod. Some of them hurt when she's like digging in there. And I'm pretty sure she's poking them with a needle too.
Yeah. They have to in order to like prevent scarring. If they're not, that's not good.
How much is like all of this? Like
mine was just $130 because it's where Logan works, so I get a good deal.
How much would like just extractions be? Is that cheaper? Or you wouldn't want to do that?
I'm pretty sure she just charged me $30. But yeah. I don't know how much it is.
I feel like you'd want to do some sort of treatment after, even if it's just like a like
hydrofacial or something.
Yeah. Even if it's like, I mean, just something to like kill all the bacteria and stuff after they do it.
Yeah, I like because the peel kind of like dries everything out. So like she does the extractions and the peel like burns the fuck out of my face and then they're all dried out.
It's so interesting. Like you guys are literally my only friends that like go do facial treatments and facials and stuff. Like I don't have any other friends that do this stuff.
Well, do your friends have terrible acne history?
Probably a lot of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still fighting cystic acne.
I just feel like you've educated me so much. Yeah. I mean, my sister has dealt with it her whole life and was on Accutane and stuff and doesn't go away. Like she still gets it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
My brother's done Accutane 3 times.
That's crazy.
Who has?
My brother.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty nuts.
Mm-hmm.
My mom has gotten like religious facials like since her 20s. And like that's why I think her skin is so good.
Yeah, like, that's so cool.
And she never did like any like crazy laser treatments or anything like that.
I saw this one TikTok of this mom who's like an esthetician and she was like doing a treatment on her daughter, but the mom literally looked like she was like 25 and she was 60 something. I'm like, this is so crazy.
Yeah, that's how my esthetician is. She's like in her 60s and she looks so young. Her skin is perfect. I mean, she has some filler in her cheeks and stuff, but her skin is literally so nice.
Yeah, that's so cool. Also, speaking of your brother, Dev, I saw this video on TikTok in Phoenix of these girls being like, look at these hot firefighters coming out of the store. And I was like, but it wasn't.
That'd be funny.
That is good.
But firefighters really do be hot. Also, did you see the video of that girl where she went up to a fire station and she was like, can I slide down your fire pole? Like as one of those like rejection therapy things, but they let her do it. It was so funny.
Wait, that's so funny.
That is really funny.
Do most fireplaces have that?
No. Well, it depends where you are.
Yeah.
Like there's one in Phoenix that has it, but it's a really old station. Now they're all just one level.
Do they also have a Dalmatian?
The coffee shop that we went to.
Oh, that was so cute.
They have that place. They have like an old pole.
That's so cute.
Oh my god, we should see if we can go on it.
I mean, I think we'd have to like climb it and then slide down because I don't think the top floor is like open anymore.
I don't think I can do that. Oh. Did you guys have that like rope climb thing in school? Whenever I see that in shows, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like I never did
gymnastics I did.
Really?
We had one rope with knots in it, so that was easier to climb. But then we had another rope without knots in it. And like it was just part of conditioning that you would try to climb it. And then some girls would climb it without their feet. So
well, that's what I was gonna ask.
Arms to climb it. I don't think.
And they put their legs are like straight out,
like a pike.
Like, fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I've seen people do that. They have those at like CrossFit gyms too for like those weirdos
that climb up.
Shout out to all you CrossFitters.
Because they also have ropes at gyms where you swing them, you know, like.
Yeah. Oh, those ones they have those too. But like, I don't know. I may be making this up, but I'm pretty sure there's like something in CrossFit that you climb a rope.
Probably.
There's a lot of like, there's another one that's like a peg wall where you like have pegs that you're supposed to like move to the side or move up and down.
That looks so hard.
That's aggressive.
For real.
But good for you. That's your thing.
Wow. Okay. Well, tell us about your weekend, Britt.
Yeah, you guys had more exciting weekends than I.
Well, I definitely miss Chicago when I'm there. But
like you want to move back or like you
do you make
just
No, I think it's like a different type of miss. I think it's just like a wow, there's so many good memories here.
Do you listen to that song when you're there?
Which one?
You'll always
when
find your way
I'm
back home.
In
Chicago. I would be playing that like when you're in the back of the Uber, like looking out the window.
Who sings that?
That's so funny.
Some weird band, I think.
I don't know. I should look that up. I have listened to that, but I forgot which.
Yeah, it was like a trend on TikTok. And people
yeah. Okay, that's why I know it for more recently.
That was so funny.
Yeah. The DNC was there while I was there.
Oh, I did not realize that it was in Chicago.
You should have gone and got a free Schmishmarshman at the Schmishmarshman clinic.
What? Did I miss something?
Apparently, like Fox News or Republicans were reporting that at the DNC you could go and get free abortions and free vasectomies and snow cones and tacos or something.
That is so funny. Have an abortion, get a taco.
I'm pretty sure it was just a health clinic, you know? Yeah. It's not like, come get an abortion.
That's so funny that they like are mad about vasectomies. That I just can't. No. I don't want to get into that. But like how they just blocked another thing about birth control. It's like that makes no fucking sense. Like you don't want us to get abortions and then you're taking away birth control.
Also, you're forcing like really poor people without, you know, the proper resources and education to not use birth control and then also have to have a child, and they can't even afford to live themselves. So like you're making it even like it's so crazy. Doesn't make sense.
But
was it really busy because of that?
It wasn't like, I mean, I didn't really notice that it was crazy busy, like more than usual, but they like barricaded all the hotels that they were in. I think they stayed at like 4 different hotels and they like had massive like fences around the entire hotel. Like I don't know if that's for sure, but like I'm pretty sure they probably rented out the entire hotel. And there was like security around like the entire perimeter and like car checks. Like if you wanted to go through the road, like you had to stop, get your entire car checked. And there was like blocks that would like go up and down.
I always low key have a fear. Like I don't want to go to political things because in the back of my mind, I'm afraid there's going to be a terrorist attack.
I know.
For sure. Well, it's the same also like when you're going on a plane and you're like, do I have a knife in my bag that I forgot about or something? You're like, am I the terrorist?
But I didn't realize like kind of how it would be, but they like did that with 4 different hotels in Chicago. So like they were all staying at one place, which was interesting.
That's so interesting. Like I wonder if they were fully full or if they just like
No, I think they probably rented out the entire place.
Then why did they do 4?
Like Kamala stays at the Four Seasons, but then like Tim Walz stays at the Marriott, you know, like
they all stayed at like some of the top places in Chicago. Like one I think was the Omni Hotel, one was the Drake, one was the Four Seasons, and then one was I don't know, Peninsula maybe.
Wow.
So they're all like some of the top hotels in Chicago.
Is that like all downtown? Was the wedding like
it's nearby? All like River North. It was done I think on Thursday or Friday.
Oh,
so the wedding, all the wedding stuff was on Friday, but the wedding was like in West Loop. The activities were like in the West Loop area. So, but Friday we went ring shopping. Okay, Cartier. Like I'm glad we went for like the experience, but like they don't.
Wait,
have
we talked about this on our Patreon just so everyone knows. If you want to hear in detail about Brittany ring shopping, we did talk about it on Patreon. Join our Patreon. So glad we're friends. Patreon.com/sogladwerefriends.
But yeah, they just don't have very many rings at Cartier.
What do you mean?
because they're all like
it's not
rare
like a wedding ring
stones.
shop.
Yeah.
No, it is a wedding ring shop, but it's like they have like specific styles. Like they have, I think it's called the 1895 is like their signature ring, and they use all like real diamonds. So like there's more like rarity with them, and they just didn't have very many settings and stuff. So like you can do custom, but like it's not like the ring try on place. And then we went to another one on Friday, and they have like those. They have these things where it's like a ring and then it's like a clip, so they can give you the diamond of what it would look like the real diamond, like a lab grown real diamond, whatever. And then they just clip it, and then you put it on your finger.
That is so
you can
smart.
like try on exactly what the diamond would be.
That's cool.
And
Love
you can
that.
see it on your finger.
That's so cool.
Versus like Cartier, it's like if they don't have your size, you're not, that's why I don't know if I sent you any, but like most of them just fit on my pinky.
Yeah.
So,
or that's what I was saying on Patreon,
on
like
finger.
when I went, how you just hold up the singular diamond, like you can't really tell.
Yeah. So that's why I liked it at the other place, because like you could actually see it. And then the ones that I really liked, he just like turned a regular band upside down and then put like a little wax and then the diamond like on top of it, so I could see it closer to my finger.
Wow.
So the pictures I sent you guys, that was like the wax underneath it.
Was this Tiffany's or a different place?
No, Tiffany's only has like size 6 rings. So we actually didn't even go to Tiffany's because I was like,
it's like Brandy Melville of rings.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really want this same experience, because I want like to spend a lot of time figuring out what I actually like. And I'm so happy
like
I
you could
did.
try K Jewelers.
You're being so funny today, Devin.
Like, you guys can leave.
That's hilarious.
Especially because we weren't going to get anything from them anyways. I was like, let's just go to somewhere more.
Yeah.
Like, that with more options. So now I'm torn between an oval, a radiant, which is like a sparkly like rectangle.
I love that one.
I like that.
And a round, but they all have to be like 4 carats, you know?
The round definitely looks bigger.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, just because of the shape, I guess. Like, it looks like it is bigger when it's a smaller carat size, or like the same carat size as the other kind.
You are a square girl to me. I don't know why. I just like feel like.
Well, I thought I would really like the cushion. I guess I could try a cut. We're gonna I think we're gonna just go to like Brilliant Earth, because they probably have the same like, selection.
Yeah.
And try on more of those 3 and maybe another cushion. But the cushion, I think I'd have to get like 4.5 to feel like good about it.
Wait, is cushion the actual square, or where it's like a little more rectangular?
It's like a rounded square.
Oh, yeah.
What is the rectangle one?
That's Radiant.
Radiant. I like that one on you.
I really did too. But Joe really likes the oval. And I really like the oval. It's fat. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
obviously
think
I like
I
oval.
would need a skinny oval because my fingers are so small.
Yeah.
Like, I would have to do something.
You could also,
so
that was like
skinny.
a 4 carat oval, like on my finger. Like there's like smaller ovals. Like you can get like.
But like if
carats.
I want if I want a lot of carrots, I'm gonna need something that's like long and thin, like hot dog shaped.
Can I try on your hot dog shaped ring?
Did they also teach you like about diamonds and like the like cut clarity and all that shit?
Yeah, I knew a lot of that before, but like I learned more about like the minimums. Like I tried on an H color, and I could actually tell like a difference between like H and like G. What is it?
I know nothing about.
Yeah, so I don't even remember, but I remember.
Well, the color is like the one thing I did learn is like the color is like what makes it the most sparkly usually. So like that's where you like want to not sacrifice as much, versus like the cut of it, you have a lot of different options. The clarity, you have like quite a few options. You can like skimp on those.
Yeah, I feel like you could tell like they look like a little yellowy kind of.
Yeah. Well, I could really tell. It didn't really look yellow, but it was just much more dull than like the D, I think is like the clearest.
Would you guys ever get like a different stone, like emerald or a sapphire or anything?
I thought about that, like a pink one or something, or like those ones where it's like 2 together. I forget what that's called.
Just like, I'm so cool that I don't even have a diamond. I have a emerald.
Do you follow what's her name? Mick, but what is her freaking username? She does like body positive stuff.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
Stays on.
Row whatever.
What?
Doesn't her last name start with an R?
No, it's Saison. I just found it. But she got engaged this weekend, and the ring is so
Send it in
unique. Like, look, it's like
Send
using one of her grandma's diamonds and then like a few of his mom's diamonds and stuff. So it's
See, that's so cool.
And it looks just so unique. Like, I love, like, I've been seeing videos where they're like, this is a ring from like the 1820s. And they're so, I don't know, they just look so different and have like little stars or like cool things on them.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't know if I liked the baguettes on either side of it. I tried on one, but then you have to think about the wedding band with it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you try on any bands?
Yeah, I tried on a bunch of bands. Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah, see, like, I wish I was cool enough to have some kind of ring like this.
I mean, you definitely are.
Why did I think your last name was? I was convinced it was an R.
Is that the girl you were talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
I knew who you were talking about. I just, for some reason, had her last name as an R. That is really fucking cool.
I don't know if I would wear a wedding band with that though.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is like I loved like the round with the two baguettes on either side of it, but like I didn't really love the bands with it. I liked a emerald band and that's like just the rectangle diamonds. But
I wonder if my mom still has her wedding ring from when she married Bobby, because it was like really weird. The middle diamond was like
she's listening like what the fuck.
It was like diamond shape, like pointy,
like a
small,
square
kind of.
Yeah.
Well, like a rectangle, skinny, but turned so that
like a hot dog but pointy.
Wait, like it was actually a rectangle,
like a literal diamond shape, like you know, like a triangle, two triangles together.
Like, but that's not really a rectangle, is it?
Well, no, it was a diamond shape. Like when you draw
that's a square diamond, right? Or no,
it was like picture two triangles like on top of each other.
Like this? Okay. Got it.
And then beside it, there were like little square diamonds going around. And
that's cute.
I always hated it. Like, I thought it was so ugly.
That's
like,
nice of you.
Why did you get this ring? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But then I think Chelsea Jade Curtis was talking about cool rings and like unique rings. And she was like looking at rings that looked just like my mom's ring. And I was like, maybe my mom's ring was cool. I don't know.
So then now do you think it's cool?
It's different. Like, it's unique for sure.
And it's almost better to go unique like that because everything is such a trend where like,
yeah, I know.
Like this, like my ring is definitely so like trendy where in 30 years or something it'll be like, oh, that
but
was how it was.
Yours is also very classic looking. Like,
yeah,
simple.
I don't know.
Ovals are pretty classic.
Yeah, I don't know.
I also was shocked, but I really like silver color versus gold. Cool. I was convinced I was going to do gold. I was like, it's going to be gold. It's going to be gold. But I'm like 99% sure I'm going to do silver.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's good to finalize.
Yeah.
You should get a color.
I know the guy was like, he had like a whole process and he was like, you did so much progress today. Like some girls don't even get a shape they like on the first appointment. I was like,
oh, wow.
Good. Okay.
Do I get an award? Do I get a discount?
I know. Do I get an award?
So you got to go back though and try on more before you decide on the shape, and then you'll talk to the girl who will make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully this next one that I do, I'll do more like finalize the shape and then think a little bit more about the band and the setting.
So exciting.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
So then the wedding, you looked so pretty.
Thank you. I didn't love my makeup.
Oh, I thought it looked
I
so
loved it.
Also,
I took one picture that I liked. Like the picture I posted was the one picture I liked of my face. But it was very outside my comfort zone for like how she did the rest of my eye makeup. And so I didn't love it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, you're not really like an eyeshadow type person, are you? I feel like
I like eyeshadow. I just don't like a lot of like, I don't like heavy eyeliner or like under my eyes. I don't like heavy smoke.
Yeah.
Which is what I felt like it ended up being.
I feel.
Did you say anything? Or you just...
Yeah, but by the time she was okay, here, so I'll just tell you the whole story. So I got my makeup done by one girl. She was in the back of the room, and the other girl was at the front with like all the natural sunlight. So the girl that did mine the first time, she like did it like so it looked good in the dark. And then when I came out, I took a picture. I'm gonna send you guys this picture. I was like, wait a second.
You're like,
well, because it looked fine like in a mirror, but then I like took a picture on my phone and I was like, I'm sorry, what?
I hate that.
You guys, okay, look. Nothing was blended. It was like all very like, yeah. Anyways, so then towards the end of us getting ready, the other makeup artist had me up front and she's like, I have to make you less greasy looking. And then basically redid all of my like face makeup, made it like much more blotted and soft.
Oh, and it's very not blended.
Yeah, like your forehead especially.
But like look at my eyes.
This is me when we were taking pictures.
And I like asked my friend, I was like, does this look bad? And she was like, no, it's fine. And I was like, you're lying to me. I don't think she
needed to get a brush and just blend.
Yeah, literally just blend everything.
But like she literally redid my entire, like the other girl that was at the front with the window, she literally redid my entire face. Like redid my contour, redid
and they
my eyeshadow,
together?
Redid. Huh?
They work together? Like they're like a team?
I think they were a team, but they were very different artists for sure.
Wait, can you send the picture of what it ended like?
I really like how your eyes look, but I get not being like feeling like yourself.
Yeah, I like the eyes. The only thing is like the tones. It feels like it's mixing cool and warm tones.
Yeah, so I also saw that in that picture and I was like, it needs to warm up. So
yeah, like they should have done gold in the inner corner.
Well, I fixed it to be gold.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you got it fixed.
Can I post these on our story so that people know what the fuck we're talking about next week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant just right now. I was like, that might be a bit confusing.
Oh, yeah.
Like the first picture, I like it, but then the second picture, I don't like that look of it. Like just the under eye shadow.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
it almost looks like I hate the smudge under your eye because it kind of looks like when your makeup is melting off your face and your mascara is like
I was also thinking about like, okay, I'm gonna obviously cry, so like it's just gonna run down. So I should have like caught her before she did that because I saw what was happening and then I was like, oh, fuck,
it looks so much better though. Like that's kind of crazy how much.
No, I know. She literally redid my entire face. I was like, thank you so much.
I love your earrings. Those are so pretty.
Thank you. They're just from Amazon.
Love them.
So cute.
And the dress.
But the wedding was so pretty. It was like very elegant and chic, like because it was called the South Shore Cultural Center. And so it was like a very like historic type building.
That's so fun.
And it was where the Obamas got married.
Oh, subtle flag.
She didn't realize. I don't know if she realized this, but like it's a public park as well, and so they fenced off like where they wanted like people not to go, and people were respectful of that. But like people had like their full on like family picnics happening like on either side, and then the wedding was like in the middle of the park. And we got there, and she was like, "Oh my god, like what the fuck?"
Oh wow!
So it was just something she like just kind of had to get used to. But we got there, and like the guy, that was like in charge of the venue, I don't know what his deal was, but he like had something going on with him that day where he just like really wanted to be like a rule maker, like rule reinforcer, whatever.
Did you get ready at the venue? Did you get ready at the venue, or
we got ready at the hotel, and then she was supposed to have this like bridal suite or like bridal room to like chill in before the wedding actually started. And he was like, I don't think it's on your permit. Like, it's not part of it, blah, blah, blah. And me and my friend were like, we'll take care of this. And then like we're just going back and forth with him for like 5 minutes. And then I was like, okay, if that room's not available, what other room is available? And he's like, oh, there's going to be a meeting, blah, blah, blah. He made up some like bullshit. He's like, that room is like been fully cleaned and like ready for the next group, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, what's another room? Like, whatever, like, how much is it? All this stuff. And then he finally made a call and he's like, I don't know what was happening, but like, I can open up this room for you. He opens up the room that's apparently clean and there's like trash everywhere. And we were just like, I mean, why did you need to be like this? Like, and it was so upsetting for the bride. Like, she was so mad about it because she's like, this is what they told me. This is like, they said where I was going to get ready, like, you know, kind of touch up and everything.
And you pay for it. Like that.
Yeah,
apparently
really
it like wasn't on the itemized thing. So like, I don't think she technically paid for it, but either way, no one was fucking using it. We offered to pay if we like needed to. Mm-hmm. And we needed it for an hour and 30 minutes. That was it.
So what did you do?
So he gave us the room.
Oh, with the trash in it.
Yeah. And then I just cleaned it up a little bit and it was fine. But I was like, why? You just needed to like have a little power trip for a minute for no reason.
Yeah.
So that was kind of silly. And then my friend and another one of her friends were like trying to get like shots or drinks before the wedding started from the bar. And they came over and they were like, oh, like, we're not gonna, they were like, they said that we couldn't have any drinks. And I was like, wait. And then I like went and found them. I was like,
it's like the flight attendant woman is like, wait, you haven't talked to Brittany. He doesn't know.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't know that I know this.
He doesn't know. That is very funny.
So did you get it?
Of course I did. They were like, I guess if you need anything done, just have Brittany do it. I was like, okay.
I love that. So were like a lot of your friends there?
She didn't have that many people from high school, but like one of my best friends, our best friend from high school was there, and it was so nice to just like spend extra time with her and just relax and catch up and all the things.
That's so fun.
Yeah, but the group was amazing. I mean, like, she has such incredible friends too, so it was fun getting to know. Like, there's a couple girls from high school that like went to a different high school that we like. I wasn't super good friends with them, but just got to know them better like over the course of the like couple days, and they're just incredible people. So she was just really happy to have everyone there. Yeah, but it was just beautiful. But it was kind of cool just to see too, like, just because we had just gone to your wedding, like just how cool like each vision is like so different. Like each wedding is so special in its own way and has such a different vibe and everything else. But again, like we were able to kind of compare and contrast, and we were like, oh, like Maggie's wedding, like they had like a specific dance floor, and then like they turned off all the lights and kind of like made it like a fun party vibe, versus this place didn't really shut down the lights. There wasn't a specific dance floor, and so it just had a different vibe. So I was like, I think that would be like, if we want to have like more intentional dancing area, like definitely doing like a zone of like dancing and like more lights off and stuff.
It is interesting when you have like the same basic layout for a wedding kind of, or like traditionally, but then like you can still make it so different.
Yeah, so that was cool. The food was really good.
Yeah.
And
was it like a plated dinner?
It was like a buffet thing.
I love a buffet, honestly.
Yeah, they had like some really good chicken and gnocchi.
We went to a family style wedding and it was really good food, but it was difficult kind of because it was like they'd give us something for the whole table, and then it's kind of, you know, when you're sharing and you're like, well, I don't want to take too much.
Yeah, and
then,
you
like,
don't know.
People. Yeah,
everyone. Yeah, I think that one's kind of hard.
Yeah, so I feel like a buffet is good because then you can just like get however much you want.
Yeah.
That's how all the restaurants were when I went on the brand trip with Iconic Fox.
Oh,
so, like,
really?
We were at these really fancy restaurants, but yeah, we didn't get to order off their menu, and they were like giving us family style, and I didn't eat enough either night because yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. You don't want to be the person to like take all of it.
Yeah, I think that's hard. Like in any group that's like really big.
Yeah. Wait, so did Joe not go?
No, Joe's there.
Oh, well, that's why I was confused because I thought he was posting as though he was home. But maybe I was like, wait, but he was ring shopping. So then I didn't know if he went home before the wedding. But that makes sense that he was just there.
I think he was just like posting different things.
I love his like influencer era. It's like really fun.
I know. It is really cool. The big vision is like getting golf trips and stuff.
I love it.
And then having his own like brand.
Cool.
So I think that's going to be really cool.
That's so fun. Love that for him.
Yeah. But I did really like the welcome party of it all. Like she did a welcome party and like we just got to like hang out more, and I liked having it like as a 2-day event.
Yeah, that's so fun. I feel like I don't know, I see people talk about how like it's inconvenient for guests, obviously, or it's just more money or bigger trip or whatever to have a welcome party. But it's just I feel like it just helps so much, like as the bride or if you're in the wedding party.
Well, you can just like talk to more people. Like she was able to like really chit chat with like more of her family and us, and like just kind of go around to each group and hang out versus just at the wedding and being pulled away.
If you're traveling for the wedding, like why not have it be a 2-night thing? It makes it like you're getting more out of your trip. It's not like you're going to go for one day and then come home. Like
that's very true. And you don't have to go. Like
yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Yeah, I wonder how many people ended up actually going to the welcome party. But it was nice. And it was in like a fun part of town. Like West Loop is like so different now. Like even in the 3 years that I've left.
I want to go. What time of year should we go? If we went together.
Fall or spring. Like end of summer. Like now is a good time. Like September I think is good. And
or for like St. Patrick's Day.
May.
Or you don't want to go for St. Patrick's Day.
When they dye the river green.
I don't like St. Patrick's Day or March Madness because it's taking away from my month, you know?
Yeah, sorry, you can't forget about your birthday.
Also, I don't think I would want to go when it's more crowded than usual. Like, I don't need the crowds.
That's fair.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's that special, but I could just be wrong.
Chicago?
No. The, like, St. Patrick's Day.
I think a lot of people go for it. Like, on vacation.
Yeah. A lot of people do. But I don't think it's like, if you're talking about like bucket list things, like New York City for Christmas, like I think is way better than like Chicago St. Patrick's.
I would love to do that. There's so much travel to be done just in the US.
I know. I get
like,
so overwhelmed by it.
I know.
Like even talking about the trip yesterday, I was like, I can't think about travel right now. Like, can we just put a pin in it for tomorrow?
Yeah, I know.
Because just thinking about booking another trip, I'm like, I want to throw up, but
I know.
I want to. I know I'm going to be excited to do it, and I'm like, I want to do it. It's just a matter of the planning. Did we go to Palm Springs last November?
November 1st.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like, wait, we did the same time frame last year.
That's why I was gonna text and be like, Palm Springs is nice in November.
No, I literally was gonna be like, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, wait a second, Palm Springs was such a vibe.
I did love it.
I loved it too.
Or like
that was
San
cool.
Diego.
Yeah, I looked up. I just googled like places to go in November, and San Diego was one. Sedona, Texas Hill Country.
What's that?
It's like an hour outside of Texas. We're pretty close to it.
Wait, outside of Texas?
Whatever.
Like
Austin.
the state?
The only thing, the only city in Texas, Austin. There's a few other places.
This is why I think we should do like the vote. Put in the
wait, tell everyone your idea.
So we're trying to figure out where our end of the year So Glad We're Friends trip is going to be, and there's a lot of different possibilities. Like there are so many locations we want to go to, so I think it'd be fun to do a Patreon video where each of us put like 3 locations in a hat, or we could do it digitally probably, like pick, and then we'll just go around, and each one we pick is not where we're going, so then the last one that's picked is where we're going.
I think that's so fun. I think we should do it actual rather than digital because it's just more fun, kind of.
But how?
But you know, it'd be really.
I would trust if just one of us did it.
That would be funny because then we would know where we truly want to go. Like, say we put like Sedona, like San Diego, Palm Springs, and we pull San Diego as like the final. We're like, no, we really want Palm Springs.
I love when that happens.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, that's actually what I wanted. Yeah, but we want to go to all the places, so like. It doesn't really matter. It's just the time of year type of thing.
Yeah.
Joe just texted me. I know exactly where you should go. I'm excited to see what he says.
He's just eavesdropping.
Because our walls are so thin.
Wait, can he hear us? Oh, do you not have headphones in?
I don't have headphones in. So he's just like, he's always like,
did he hear me compliment his influencer?
I don't know. I'll ask him. I told him that you like were like excited about his name change, though.
I am. And the what ball markers? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
I know he got like the test ones to like practice on.
He should like combine cocktails and golf of like, I don't know exactly what. I'm not a golfer, but like if there was creative ways of like bringing drinks onto the golf course and like storage ways and whatnot.
It's like country club vibes.
Kind of kidding. But there's like a resort next to my dad's place that Joe really wants to go golfing at. But you have to stay there.
Well, you have to stay there. We couldn't just stay with your dad.
Well, like we could stay with my dad. It's just like the resort for you.
To golf.
Like if you want to golf there, you like have to go there.
That makes sense.
He doesn't get to put votes in the hat.
I don't. Yeah, no.
I'll share the rest of it after. What was I gonna say? I think we have a lot of good options, though.
Yeah, I think if just one of us wrote them all down, like I would trust that you weren't lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Brittany would be the most likely to lie.
I agree. I'd probably be the second most likely to lie.
Brittany's
so
like,
maybe Dev should do it.
We didn't take any pictures together at the wedding.
Yeah.
I know we took a picture.
It took like 2 weeks.
You know what I think I need to be better at, though? I need to like have the person taking pictures just do less, because what I get is like overwhelmed at the number of photos to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And then I end up just not really wanting to go through any of them.
That makes sense. I just send all 20 or 30 to the person and then let them go through it.
So are you saying there's like 20 pictures?
Oh my god. That's literally exactly what she's saying.
Oh my god.
I do have more.
Brittany! And you still haven't sent me the fucking speech videos.
Okay. I have a lot to do.
Okay.
I can do the speech ones quickly. That's an easy.
You can do the other ones quickly too. You literally just select, send. Wow, that's actually crazy. We could have used them for our photo dump.
Yeah, but that would have required me finding the cute ones.
And I will say, when you do send all of them, then that sometimes does result in a friend posting one that you don't like of yourself. And
that's
then you're like, why would you post that one?
Yeah, I saw like the most horrific photo of myself the other day. And I was like, why did you post that?
Did we post it?
No, somebody else. And I was like, you're sus. I'll show you. Because
Joe.
That's why. No, Joe always asks for, like, he always checks in. He's always like, hey, is this good?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I appreciate it a lot.
Wow.
What was your weekend? What did you do?
It wasn't very like eventful or anything, but it was like a good weekend. You know, when you have like a good balanced weekend of resting and social time, it was like that.
Yes, I love that.
It was so fun. We did the work event on Friday night, so we hung out there, and it like ends at like 10, but then we stayed in the casino part like past midnight. Like we didn't get home. The Lyft dropped us off at 1:30 a.m. to our house, and we were both so drunk, like. And then I was so hungover on Saturday. Like I was like,
hate that.
like the kind where you're like, I'm never drinking again. No, I freaking forgot.
Oh, fuck.
I'm so mad because we have so many extras from the wedding. Like I have a giant bag and I literally just forgot. But I had like 7 glasses of wine over the course of the night.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
And I was not okay.
Red or white?
White.
I don't, I think like wine, you just have to be more careful with it. And I think it's a better like at home drink.
I think that's true.
Because then you can like decant it properly, aerate it properly, and use like those wine sticks.
Okay, well, I don't know what any of that means. However, like a bottle of wine would be less than 7 glasses. So even if you put down a whole bottle, it's like
and you
still less than what I drank. Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't open a second bottle.
Absolutely not. That would be actually wild.
But so if you like filter, like aerate, filter, decant, it allows the wine to like open up. You get rid of the shit that you shouldn't have. And it just doesn't like, it takes away like the sulfites, all that stuff that can give you a headache.
Wow. How does one do that?
You just buy a decanter and an aerator. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
But I guess there's also those wine sticks. I've seen like this person that was like a sommelier or whatever.
Oh, I think that was like on Shark Tank.
Wait, what is that?
Yeah, they actually apparently work. It's like a wine stick and it pulls all the shit that you like don't really want out of it.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then I was just incredibly hungover on Saturday, and then we watched Vampire Diaries in the morning for several hours. And then we went to that big dog park and took Finley and Sadie. And that was really fun. They like love it so much there. And then we went to a food truck place and just got lunch, and then the rest of the night went back to Vampire Diaries.
It honestly sounds like such a good night. And it's good that you weren't like hungover to the point of like not being able to leave the house.
Yeah, I mean, like we definitely didn't want to, but like we always say, it's always we're like, we don't want to go do this, but like we were doing it for Finley, and then once we left, you're like, this is so fun. Like, why don't we do this for every single time? And Cameron got stung by a wasp. It was so bad.
Is he allergic?
No, but he's never been stung by a wasp, and he has a lot of allergies. So like I was a little scared for a second because we were just in the middle of this park, and it would have taken us like at least 30 minutes to get out of it. But we were just walking, and he just like gets down and like screams a little, and I like didn't know at all what happened. And he was like, go, take the dogs, go. And I'm so bad in situations like that where like I just freeze. Like I don't know how to react whatsoever. And then he said, I got stung by a wasp, go. And I looked down, and it was in his hat, like on the ground. And like he took his hat. Oh, there's a hummingbird outside right now, and I told my grandma to send me hummingbirds as signs. Aww. That's so cute.
That's really cute.
Oh, there hasn't been one. That's the first one I've seen. But so my initial reaction was like I was gonna step on his hat, but then I was like frozen. He's like, go, take the dogs. And apparently I was just so slow. He's like, I'll catch up with you. But I'm like, I don't know how. I'm not good in like situations where I need to react quickly whatsoever.
Wait, but why did you need to run away?
He was like, I was trying to protect you and the dogs. I was like, it was like I saw it under the hat. He's like, I didn't want the dogs to get stung.
Why did he get stung, do you think?
I don't know. It literally just like came at him because he had a hat on, and it was like right under the hat, like under his neck. So they think when he like put it up, but he was like, I thought it was a swarm of bees because it hurt so bad.
Killer bees, run.
Yeah, I think it might be because I was thinking like my dad when I was little, he always used to tell me like, if I tell you something, like you just do it, like you don't get an explanation, like I will always protect you, and there's situations if I say duck, you just need to duck. And I was always like, I don't like that. Like I need to know why I need to duck. Like I don't like it. But yeah, so then we rested.
Pretty common.
Okay, that's good because I feel like I'm horrible in situations like that. But
I don't think you can like
figure out why
things. But it's because your brain's like in overdrive. It doesn't like it's not able to concentrate on like what to actually.
But it's like fight or flight or freeze. Like I think I'm definitely freeze, which is kind of unfortunate.
What's a fawn? Is it freeze and fawn too?
Yeah, what is fawn?
Fawn, I think, is like freezing.
Oh, okay.
Fawn. Response.
Like a deer?
Oh, maybe freeze is another one. Apparently, it's a coping mechanism that involves behaving in a people-pleasing way to avoid conflict and establish a sense of safety.
Damn. Well, that is me.
Did you guys watch Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah.
The shooting episode when April is like trying not to get shot. She was fawning.
That might be the best television episode like of all time.
Oh, they had so many good finales.
It's so good. Yeah, and then Sunday we went golfing on like a triple date, aka I just stayed in the golf cart and had a high noon.
So fun.
Do the other girls golf?
No, that was their first time. I was like a professional at driving this car. But I just hit like, a few putts. But I don't like putting like even more sometimes because like if I don't get it in, then it just goes back and forth and back and forth. Like you just keep hitting it the opposite direction. So I don't know if I'll ever love golf, but I enjoy going and
you have to be bad before you get good.
That's true.
I really enjoy watching Joe golf because he's just so good. I'm like, wow, that almost was a hole in one.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It was so close. But even just like, I don't know. It's fun to watch. And just be there. But I'm still like 9 only.
1,000%. I don't understand how people do 18.
Like evening golf, I think is like my preferred.
Or morning.
Or first thing in the morning.
Yeah, we had to go at like 2 p.m., which I was like a little annoyed about that it wasn't earlier, but then it was fine because we were done by like 4:35.
Did you go in Washington?
No. Oh, yeah. Why did I say no? Yes. Yeah, it's like a golf course by Cam's work that's really close. It's like in a neighborhood. So
that's nice.
Those houses are so pretty. I guess if I was like retired, I'd want to live there, but it's just so weird how they don't like their backyard is the golf course. Like they don't have yards.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have yards?
Do they have like a proper deck?
Though? Yeah, like a lot of them have decks or like little front or back porches, I guess.
Yeah.
That's interesting because in my area, when we have golf courses in neighborhoods, they have a whole backyard and then like a fence where you can see the golf course. But it's not like their backyard is the golf course.
That's how I feel like it is in Tucson too, or at least the ones that I've been to in Tucson.
There's quite a few that are like what you're talking about, Maggie.
And I think they're more retirement. Like I'm pretty sure most of the people that live there are older people, so like probably that's a perk to not have a backyard to take care of.
Mow the lawn. Yeah,
they just like get professionally taken care of grass in their backyard. What do we do?
We don't have a topic, I guess.
We do have a topic.
I know, but should we do it? Or should we just not? And push everything?
I mean, yeah, we could do this topic on a different day, tack it onto the end or something.
We could either do it on a different day and make like the full episode about it, or we could talk right now for like 15 minutes and then keep talking about it on Patreon.
Yeah.
Unless we have other Patreon things to say. I'm good with either option.
I can't make a decision right now.
So organizing life goals, systems. I don't know if I'm in the mood to talk about it.
Yeah, same. Okay, let's not. Well, I just feel like I
turn on
like
to
literally
and how shitty I feel every day.
Yeah, like it feels just a little deep right now.
Light and airy topic. I did actually journal about this, so whenever the topic does come, I have something good to say. But
that's good. I feel like it'll be good when I get back from the honeymoon because that's what I just feel like I've done almost little to no work whatsoever.
Yeah,
and like I'm in the mood to restart and organize my life and like get going.
I think that's a good idea.
I downloaded it's on Kindle Unlimited and it's a avoidant attachment style workbook thing, and then I started like writing notes and stuff in a separate journal. So I don't know. That's a journey that I'm going to try to go on because I hate
That's
how
cool.
avoidant I am.
Do you write in the workbook too, or you like just write out of it separately?
I think if I were to buy like a copy of it, maybe there would be spots to write in it, but it's digital.
It's on your Kindle. Oh, I see.
My Kindle. So yeah, I have.
But is it good like journal. Prompts to like journal on?
Yeah, and then also I just started writing like my initial thoughts because avoidant attachment people usually don't let themselves get close with anyone to begin with because they don't want to get hurt, so they avoid any. But like for me, it's if I trust you, then I will be so close with you. But like start from the beginning, like before I can trust you, I'm gonna avoid any type of interaction.
That's so interesting. I also I think it was on another podcast I was listening to. Apparently, you can have like different attachment styles with different types of relationships. So, like
that makes sense.
Your parents, you can have one, like siblings, friendships, like coworkers, like, and that makes a lot more sense to me than just being like one attachment style, like overall.
Definitely, because I'm not anxiously attached in friendships at all. I don't think, and I feel like you're not avoidant in friendships. Like I think you treat that very differently.
Yeah,
because that is harder when dating. Like it's not the same as like, oh, we can build trust in a friendship. I feel like that happens faster than dating almost, because like dating is like every single date you need to build that.
Yeah. And I think like your parents and like family unit or like whoever you consider family is a very different type of attachment style too, especially because it's like so long term. Like
like they're not
spans your entire life. And so, but like not even just that, because there are parents that leave or they have left. And so like that would kind of.
But that's what's weird is like your parents and your family contribute a lot to your attachment style in relationships and everything. So, but it definitely can be different. But it's interesting of how like it could influence you to be avoidantly attached, but then you're anxiously attached in relationships or something.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah, so I don't know, it'll be interesting because I'm like, well, is it my attachment style or is it something else? Because like for me, it's just about trusting that you're not gonna leave me, or I guess at the end of the day, leave me. It's like my friends and family, I know you're not gonna leave me.
Yeah. That is interesting.
That is, I wonder like if it has to do with like just based on past romantic experiences of like the guy who liked your friend and because that's also the friend thing.
Shitty.
Yeah,
that's true.
Is there one for each attachment style, like from the author that you?
Oh, I'm not sure.
What is it called?
Anxious avoidant attachment workbook or something.
Ooh, me and Cameron need to do our marriage workbook that we were supposed to do before we got married.
Is it by Melanie Barnett? I did buy that, Maggie. I bought.
Oh, you did?
The 2 books that you recommended. Melanie Barnett.
Let me Google it because I don't have my Kindle. It's the one by Elizabeth Summers.
Wait, Britt, this picture is so cute. What is this? Is that the one you were saying was ugly?
Yeah.
You look so cute.
I know. I think you look.
I would have posted that thinking you looked really pretty.
Yeah.
I love it. I have a love-hate relationship with the Flash. I forgot, like, because you know when we like were growing up, we used like digital cameras like that all the time.
Yeah.
I forgot how bad I am with flashes. Like I blink. I blink a lot. Like,
well, it kind of looks like you're just like,
like smiling.
Sexy squint.
Sexy squint.
Yeah, something like that. I have a better picture of myself. I'll send it to you guys. It was from a live photo. Dead. Wait, Elizabeth what?
Summers.
Elizabeth Summer SOMM or SUMM?
SU. Like the season.
Ooh, I read another one of the the Perfect Marriage author.
Yeah.
Is that what's her name?
Let me look.
Is it
Genevieve?
I was gonna say Jenny.
I think
so Genevieve sounds correct.
I think it's Geneva.
Rose.
Geneva Rose. You shouldn't have come here.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, it was really good. But I kind of like read it like knowing something. There was like, I was waiting for like the thing to happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's how, yeah, when you read too many thrillers like that, you're
but I haven't really read any thrillers lately. And so I was like excited. Yeah.
As a me, I do. And so I'm just like, oh, well, it's going to be the person that you least expect.
I almost read the one that you posted about for your book club, Dev, but then I picked this other one that I was reading instead. But that one looks really good too.
Yeah. I saw that another book club was reading. It's scary picking a book for a book club because I'm afraid like that people
won't like it. I mean, they're all like in the top books.
Yeah.
I also think it's good to like challenge people to read something that's different too.
Yeah. I think I'm going to stop having people vote for the book and I'm just going to pick the book.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is better, honestly.
But since I took a break for so long, I was like, I don't know. You guys pick.
Like you took a break from the book club?
Yeah.
Were you just not reading as much or you just didn't feel like putting?
I didn't feel like doing I just felt like I was half-assing it. And so I was like, I just need to take a break and then figure out how to do this a little bit more involved.
Yeah. I find that kind of interesting that she only has, this is the most ADD conversation of all time, but that she only has like an avoidant attachment workbook.
Well, probably because she's avoidant attached.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she just specializes in it. Which I kind of prefer because there's that one book, that attachment book. Uh-huh. And I think you've talked about it, Maggie. I started reading it and I was like, I only care about avoidant. Like I didn't want to read about the other styles.
Yeah, that's why I like the one that's anxious attached no more, because it's like just. But I think the other one can help you when you're wanting to like love somebody else, maybe, or like have friendships where you're trying to understand other people more, versus yourself.
I just looked at CoStar for the first time in a minute. Maggie, our thing today says something so stupid. Not stupid.
Are we beefing?
No, but it's like not. It made me not feel good about myself. It says, you and Maggie are both oblivious to social cues. Good for taking selfies, high stakes competitions, and weekends away. Look out for neediness, questioning each other's motives, and lack of communication. I was like, what the fuck?
That is so I realized the other day when I was hanging out with my friends, you know how I contemplate every social interaction after. Well, first, like you're saying about being outgoing and stuff, I feel like when I drink, that isn't the case. So like at the casino night when I was drinking, I was like totally fine. I was like, I did everything great and everybody loves me. And then like when I'm sober, one of my friends, she said something about like she has skirts from middle school that were like tennis skirts and she doesn't fit into them anymore. And I was like, oh, I was like I'm smaller now than I was in middle school. And I meant like, as in I was really chubby in middle school. And then afterwards I'm thinking like, damn, she probably thought I was like such a pygmy. Like I'm smaller now than I was in middle school and you're bigger. Like, oh my God. That's not what I meant at all.
Yeah, I hate that.
We need to move on to Patreon when you're done.
Okay. What else was there? Oh, we just had a lot of overlapping.
Does yours and Devon say anything today?
It says we're both on edge. If they seem restless around you, it might be you who's having trouble settling down. It just says friends updates.
Everyone you manage on CoStar.
I was actually thinking, I was like, I should get all my friends just like on this. And then I can send them like really cryptic texts like, hey, how are you? How's it going?
You should. Me and Cameron's today says that there's a magnetic connection between us. Love that.
You and Britt run the risk of becoming codependent. Check each other's expectations for hints of fantasy.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh my god, wait, listen to me and your stuff. Devon can touch your heart without you trying to control what it means. Devon is waiting for you to call them right now. Hold eye contact for as long as possible. That's funny. Okay, well, thank you so much for listening to another episode of So Glad We're Friends. Are you just going to cut out where we talked about the topic or leave that in?
Not sure yet.
Okay, well, if you leave it in, then we will talk about that on a different week. So stay tuned for that. Sorry, we were yapping. Make sure you go subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/sogladwerefriends. We post bonus episodes every week and then member-only Q&As every single month where we we talk more about our lives, like Brittany sharing more details about ring shopping and things like that. Make sure you rate and review wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to us on YouTube, and we'll see you next week. Love you. Bye.
Bye.